Thank you very much. My name again is Mansour Ahmed from Dangote Industries Limited. And my question is directly to the Controller General Customs. First of all, to congratulate you, not only for introducing these reforms, but for introducing a new and different type of custom officer. Congratulations. So my question is very simple and straightforward, sir. What are you doing, not only to entrench these reforms, but to sustain it? Because we do recognize that you will not be the CG forever. We expect it to be somewhere else higher. So while when you leave, what can we feel you have done that will ensure that these reforms are entrenched, sustained, and enhanced? Thank you.
Should I respond?
Yes, please.
Well, thank you very much for this question. The two young ladies you saw just spoke in the last 5 minutes, just 4 years in customs. And we have almost 5,000 of them in the service for continuity. So I think in the short form, I can assure you that these officers have almost 31 years to go. And I think I don't have more than 1 year, so the continuity is assurance. Yes, it's assured.
Please, over here.
Thank you, CGC. My question goes to you also. As part of the continuity program, it is said when your neighbor is eating bad cola and you don't have to treat him, the noise of his throat in the midnight will not allow you to sleep. I would like you to please assure us of your next step being taking the reform to custom brokers. I happen to be the national president, and most time I feel ashamed or humiliated by the activities of what is going on in the port. But it rubs off the image of the customs also, because you cannot take away the customs agents from the customs officers. There must be a conscious effort. We went to South Korea. We saw a similar step being taken. In India, the same thing. How do we work together, sir, to have people trained to meet up with the standard we have already set? Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Next to me is our consultant on IT, Valentina, who actually did most of the work that you are seeing now. And in our own program, by the 1st of August, by the special grace of God, the custom brokers are going to be part and parcel of the training in customs cycle. So I assure you that by 1st of August, we take you on.
Do you like to? Yeah, please tell us.
Okay, so I would also like to add that capacity building and empowerment has really been at the core of all the work that we've been doing. So we understand the role of IT, but also most importantly, understanding the domain that we're working in and the business processes, and then the IT capabilities of the entire user group. So as the Controller General mentioned, there is a two-pronged approach for the capacity building exercise, looking at the processes and the requirements, so ensuring that all users are trained in that, and then also looking at the basic IT requirements to enable all the users participate in the same forum. Within Nigeria Customs Service at the moment, the Controller General and management have actually instituted a program, an IT capacity building program, which looks at the foundations of IT being rolled out to the entire staff, and then having an intermediary and an advanced level to ensure that as the world of IT evolves, the standards of all the officers are sustained with that as well. And that extends to the immediate stakeholders. The customs brokers are the interface between customs and the trading community, and are actually a trigger of the clearance procedure. So we're actively looking at that and also extending the program to all other stakeholders eventually. But of course, it may come at a cost, which I am sure will be.
We can bear it. You are going to bear it. Yeah. Make sure I didn't complain.
Forest of hands raised. Can we come over here? Because I did promise here first.
Hello, thank you very much. My name is Alistair, Chairman, Ben Television, which is a media company here, and of course, African Nigerians in diaspora. My question, congratulations, CG, and all the members of the custom, is basically how much revenue has this new application added to the Nigerian economy? Because with this kind of something, it meant that Nigeria is benefiting quite a lot in terms of the new application. Nevertheless, as well, we have a high number of Nigerians actually importing into Nigeria using the media group. What else are we doing to sensitize them and to bring them to be fully approachable and using this application? And then the final one, of course, goes to FT as well. How come we didn't see more non-Nigerians at this event so that they can benefit of this new opportunities that is here that Nigeria is giving to the world?
And of course, we're also trying now to use the social media because we now know that engagement will be more effective through the social media. And getting back to what the president of HANCLA said earlier, most of the applications that we are doing, the touch point now with the customs is now digital, it's now electronic. There is hardly any customs agents in Nigeria now that will not have to get onto the internet to make a declaration. Shipping companies would have to get on the internet to submit manifest. So the touch point is electronic.
Of smugglers in that area has so much effect on people like us who have lived in the UK and we decide to go back home. The smugglers' menace is so threatening. So many lives have been lost due to the recklessness of these smugglers from, well, I'm sure the Controller General must have visited the Badagry Express Road and see. So I want to know, sir, what you can, the effort, the custom services can put into checking this menace and to improve the provision that the custom officers that are put in the borders, what they can do to improve and to combat the smugglers from taking the whole of our area, because they live in the area, they smuggle through that area, and it's become so frightening for people like us. Please help us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, the measures, part of the measures I took as the Vice Chair of World Customs Organization, West and Central Africa region, was that I had to call my colleagues, Director General of Customs from Niger, Benin, Chad, Cameroon, put together. Now, actually, we have the standard international accepted transit procedure that when cargo is landed in a country meant for another country, it should be officially escorted to the border of the next country by the customs and hand them over to the customs. And then the custom of the country, receiving country, will sign a landing certificate indicating goods for that country are being sent officially and intact. So that I have taken measures. We have signed an MOU with them, and it has now started. We have started receiving cargo from the customs of Benin Republic direct to the Nigerian customs through the border officially. I can assure you now we have a record of these vehicles. We have received almost 3,470 vehicles officially received from the port of Cotonou to the border of Nigeria, and they handed them over to customs. So equally, the other country like Niger, where people are smuggling rice to the other side, we have taken measures. I was in Niger personally myself, and I had even an audience with Mr. President, and his reason was what exactly the danger in allowing things to come in without monitoring or without control. So basically, the remnants probably maybe you stay long in, you've not visited those borders. Things are really reducing, and in the next few days, you will see that this official agreement will take up, and we'll cease to have such a menace of what you are seeing. And most of what I did was that the time when I was recruiting officers of new officers in the customs, I tried to recruit the officers from the border community, so that if we have any problem, we put them ahead so that at least they'll go and solve the problem.
just like to add.
Yes, please.
I'd just like to add that the incentives to go to those neighboring countries to import vehicles and then drive them at next speed is no longer there. Nobody clears something from a Apapa port and then you drive that way. It's because you want to avoid tariff, you want to avoid duties that you go to these places. So if Benin Republic, Nigerian customs, and Cameroonian customs will receive goods on transit and hand it over to us, customs, for us to perform our duties, then incentives to smuggle and kill is no longer there.
Over here by the window, please.
Good afternoon, CG, fellow Nigerians, friends of Nigerians here. I want to commend the CG for a very good work done. I think the custom have changed, and I believe the other paramilitary organizations within the Nigerian port environment and the borders will follow suit and change. I used to be a clearing agent, and I know what the custom used to be as at 1990, 91, 92. They were one of the richest people in the country. We as agents, we go to the port with 200,000 and we go home with 100 naira because the oil is collected from table to table. But I think that has changed now. To God be the glory to that which the CG has done. Now, it's all about integrity rather than money making. My question now is the issue of congestion and decongestion of the port has always remained a critical issue of maintaining the port services. They're still complaining that the traffic of entering into the port is more than the traffic of traveling from the east to Lagos. And the time it takes to load a container into a ship is as much as the days you spend entering the port. It's a ridiculous issue, which I want to find out. Because if the hand decide not to feed the mouth, the leg cannot feed the mouth. So if the custom services is becoming efficient, the other services will make it look irrelevant because it will take two to tango. And for efficiency to become more effective, it means that there must be a collective effort from custom, from immigration, from quarantine, from the port police, from the individuals who parade the system. Because it's ridiculous for somebody to want to move his container from Kano to Singapore. And it takes 2 days to travel from Kano to Lagos. And then it takes about 3 weeks between Ikeja or between Oshodi Express Road to enter Tinkan. And then it takes another 2 weeks to clear the container into the ship. Please, sir, is there any way you can explain to us the progress made by the custom services to bring along the brothers of the fellowship in order to achieve a complete efficiency of the services of the port, the congestion of the port, and speedy delivery of services from that point of view? Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I'll pick on the administrative and upgrade from what they have taken from the port authority. One, to have sufficient equipment.
You know which terminal you will go and take your consignment, and the shipping company forwarded electronic manifest